Okay. It's so interesting. I want to teach y'all something. I guess I'll do it next year. No, I can do it Friday during. I can do it Friday during the marathon. I want to show y'all how to use the ETR line from the roadmap to help you with your direction. Uh, with my pivot number, it's a powerful combination. I was doing it this morning with ETR line, and I could tell you, 10 minutes in this market that order flow was moving into the market. Y'all want to learn that on Friday, maybe? I had to do it Friday because I got to, prepare it, and Johnson's got to do the slides. We're working on the interactive right now. Just to update everybody, we're working on the interactive home study course. We're putting the final touches on it this week. For January at least, okay? And we'll have it ready to release the first trade day of the year. That's our goal. So for the month of January. And we'll try to release it month by month that way. That way you'll have it fresh and it'll take into account the current market because there'll be an application PDF at the end of each lesson. That's our goal. I've got a lot of people working on it, and it's pulling it together. Plus trading has been. Let's just put it that way. I'm burning the midnight oil, okay, and but we're going to get there. All right, let's just talk about risk involved in the market, and I got to tell you, I'm so thrilled that everybody here. The crowd's a little lower than usual, but that's expected. A lot of people will be back next week, but a lot of people are taking off traveling, and those that are here are real people for hanging out and being here. Might be something good come your way, so to speak. Okay, but we're sitting here right now. Let's start out with my favorite topic. Guess what my favorite topic to talk about is after I say past performance is not indicative of future results. What's my favorite topic? You got it. Silver last night made a record high. In our futures first this morning, I put on a nice little spread. Did everybody in futures first get that this morning? The spread I gave you? Gave you a couple of choices there. It's pretty interesting to look. Have you noticed there's a rotation going on in the Mag 7? Guess whose day it is today in the Mag 7? Take a guess. Out of all the stocks in the Mag 7, whose day is it today? You got it, NVIDIA. Absolutely. NVIDIA and Tesla needs to get about above 490 to turn good. Google's having a good day too. Okay, Google's having a good day too. In fact, Google, I bought a little Google today. Let me tell you what I bought, just to let you know what I bought. I bought a little Tesla. I bought a little MU, NVIDIA, and Google today. Just a touch, not a lot. I did that. I'm building a position there, okay? Mac, send an email to Roe at DTI Trader and he'll get you straightened out, okay? Once you do that, cut all the red tape, go to the man himself. Roe at DTI Trader, he'll get you straight. I bought stock, Dave. I started putting dollar amounts in those stocks today. All right, welcome to Train and Trade. It's 11 o'clock. Let's go. Today's subject is how January forecast a year. If you've been with me for many years, you might say that the DTI crowd actually is so far ahead of everybody else, they're waiting on us. I mean, if they're waiting on us, backing up. I mean, we lay it out. Everything that we teach you in January will help you for 2026. That's why I invited Jeff Hirsch to be on here for the first speaker I'm going to have come on. How January forecast to you. All right, here's some lessons from his book, The Stock Trader's Almanac. I got one right here. I keep it handy. It's something that I use throughout the year. But if you have an up January, it's a pretty good sign that you've got an up year coming. In fact, the January barometer predicts the year's course with a 73% batting average. Nothing out there like it. And we're going to teach that this year to make sure you got it. If it's up, the year's up also. If it's down January, the odds raise for an extended bear market or a flat market, or at least a 10% correction if it's a flat January. So it's very important to watch these first days of January. And you know, I start with let me just say this. I start with the S&P, Seven Sisters, and then I get the stocks, okay? And I think that's good. If S&P has gains over the first 5 days, it has a history of leading full year gains. Worked about 83% of the time, 40 of the last 48 years with an average gain of 14% in all 48 years. So the first 5 days, we're going to be watching things, aren't we? I've been using this for years to get ahead of other people. The odds in midterm years is only about 9 out of 19, but with our other proprietary indicators we add to this, our odds go up extremely well. I'm talking about the 3-day algo, Monday's print, and week by week. Now, adding in the DTA algo is our little hidden secret here at DTI. I could teach this to Jeffrey Hirsch and he'd be even better than he is already. The first 3 trading days of the month we'll find the highest high from the first 3 days or the lowest low, and that will frame the month for us. And we can show you how accurate it is, but I'll take 80% any day of the week. That high and low frame for the month of trading is very important. That's what we used here in December. If you're bullish on the stock, you want to get long above that 3-day high. If you're wrong, it's an early warning system to get out of a stock you think's great. That's the beauty of this approach. I call this a real market approach, real money in a real market. Does everybody follow what I'm saying? If you got a stock like the stocks I bought today or buy tomorrow or next week, if they're below that 3-day low in January, I'll pitch in a heartbeat. The trigger price is what I call the price to take action. Jennifer Potts, the first FTD stands for the first 3 days of the month. The week start high and low uses the same concept, but the start is usually on a Monday. If it falls on a Tuesday, then Monday's a holiday, you use Tuesday. Find the high of the week start day and the low. Now, when you get higher than the week start, you get higher than the 3-day high, you got a bullish trend for that week. And we'll give you some examples of that when we go to a live market. Stocks will trend bullish for the week when they rise above the 3-day high. Trade day number 2 is on a Monday. We use Monday. Can't use Monday when it's a holiday, can you? You see this little added thing we added with our 3-day algo, why it's so important, 94%. And now, if you put the 73 and the 85% piecing it together, those 3 parts together, you've got a real firm idea of the forecast. Pretty good stuff, isn't it? That's how I recognized in 2022, we broke the 3-day low. I told people to get short. They thought I was crazy. Ask Dave Meyer if he thinks I'm crazy today. He knew it 5 days into January that year. Now you got to take action with it. You just can't know it. You got to pay attention.
And that's on the SPY. That's on the SPY, Tom. Everybody, I didn't have that on the slide, but I just corrected the slide to include it specifically on the SPY. I'll do some more selling. QQQ be real similar, and Diamond, I'm sure, will be.
Yeah, we will expand that, but we're trying to give you the idea of how powerful what we're doing is, okay? Now, once you get past the 3-day algo, the January 5-day rule, once you get past that, you get to the weekly rule. And then once you get past the weekly rule, that's where reference bars come into play. That's why you'll find us in the market around these reference bar times. The DTI Interactive Home Study course is good. I mean, what you saw today is just touching the surface. It's going to be so good. Kelly, are you here today? Is Kelly here today?
Tom, I think Kelly is out today.
Do we have anybody from sales here?
Looks like it's you, me, and Chuck holding the ship down here.
All right, here's where we got to do it. I'm going to do this today. Adam's headed to Mobile, right?
Yeah, Adam's on the road. Yeah, he's sure. Yeah, you told me that. He's on the road. Sure is.
Okay. Put your name and email and phone number in here, because if you join today, I'm going to help you out if you join today. And I'll do this on, then you pay the rest, but you got to put 50% of it down if you want to join today, if you're tight. But let's see, 1,000, you got to put 600 down today to be part of the first part of the home study course. And then you got to pay the rest. I'll get Kelly to work it out with you if you want to be part of it. So if you want to do that, or you can buy the link right now and be done with it. We launched this thing. Do not miss out on this. Wait till I teach the 10 trades I did with Roger Sessions. It makes the value of this go back up to 4,000 pretty quick. So if you want to be part of it, just put your name and email and phone number. Ron wants to be part. Ron, put your phone number and email where Kelly can get a hold of you. There's Ron. You got Ron. Somebody else want to be part of this? The 10 trades that I'm going to teach you worth probably about 10,000 bucks. That's the home study.
I got you down, Ron. I got you down, Donna. John, I got you down. Dr. Bombay talked to Kelly this morning. He says, sign up for roadmap. Good deal, Dr.
Way
Bombay.
to go, Doc. There's Cheryl, Lynn.
I want to pass this information along to the Kelly and the rest of the sales team. Tom, you said 600 today and 400 down the road sometime?
Yeah, she'd work out to 400, but they can pay 600 if they want in and be part of it. I hate printing this out. This is so valuable. I think if you were sitting right here, I wouldn't let you out of the room without you giving me your credit card and taking January with you. I wouldn't let you, because if I'm trying to help you, this is helping me too, because guess what's going to happen? You could be so good. Did y'all see what somebody made from what I taught him? I saw it be posted there early. I don't know if Jonathan copied it and all, but that's the kind of stuff we're talking about. Where is it in there? It's in there, I'm sure. Yeah, there it is, right. 9,725 Frank from California made last night silver. He's probably playing some pretty big positions. That's a heck of a night, wouldn't it? We will, John Lozar, long-term student. John, you remember years ago you came when we had the foundation class and we had the advanced class and then the diamond class. This is going to be better than all three of those because of the technology we have today. I'm so excited about it. Makes me, I get that warm fuzzy. Perfect. All right, Jonathan, I'm letting Jonathan get caught up. So many people are getting in, so let me just wait until he finishes. He's got everybody caught up.
Okay, Tammy, I see you there, and you're going to email Kelly. Okay, I'll let her know that you're going to expect an email from me. Shova, same for you. Tom, I got you down. Jimmy, got you down. Lynn, Cheryl, John, Donna, Ron. Names are still coming in, Tom.
Yeah,
Busby.
I'm gonna wait till everybody gets their name and email and all that stuff, because I know that it was a surprise I did it that way.
Never short of surprises. I love it.
Diana's in there. She signed up when I first offered it. We are raising the price. That's why I'm letting people in that are here with me today, Jonathan, because they're here. We're working hard. They deserve a little break. What was the company that used to say had that part of their commercial about taking a break? I slipped my mind.
Wasn't that Kit Kat? The Kit Kat bar?
Is that it? I don't know.
I don't know. That's what rung a bell for me, but could have been something different.
Never know, Jonathan. Never know.
It was definitely Kit Kat. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Oh, a kicker. Yeah, that was it. Okay, that was it. Chuck and Jonathan know.
Hey, Tom, I got to step aside for a moment to answer a phone call. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Yeah. So the best comment I've seen so far, Tom, is was it Diana bought herself a Christmas present?
Yeah.
Or so, question: are we going to beat the high of the year today? S&P futures coming pretty close to it. And we got what, silver made it up 77.95. Yeah, markets are definitely showing you strength here heading into the holiday time period. After today, we still have a half day tomorrow on Christmas Eve. Not sure what everybody's plans are. Mine
You
is
know
to
what
hit the
my
road.
plans are? I'm pretty simple with my plans.
Yeah. Are you hitting the road after the market closes? Are you going anywhere for Christmas, Tom?
No, I'm going to the golf course.
Okay.
I'm headed to the golf course today. Uh, Vic said, "You deserve a break today" was also sung by Kool and the Gang. Yeah, everybody that's interested in the homestead, make sure to jump and capture your name, and we'll get Kelly to contact you to make the transaction happen.
Yeah, let's say I just got back here to my desk and
You got everybody. You want to read
Make
everybody's
sure.
name in case you left somebody out where they can tell you?
yeah, I've got Ron, I've got Donna, I've got John, Cheryl, Lynn, Jimmy, Tom, Shoba, and Tammy. Making sure I didn't miss anybody here. I had to step
Did
away.
you leave anybody out? Give it a second, see if you left anybody out. Joseph Pittman, you left him out. Need your email and phone number, Joseph. Chuck, what did Buck say? Read what Buck said.
See, Buck said way back in the beginning of 2025, Tom said the ES would hit 7,000. That's the power of the DTI roadmap approach. I'll tell you what, even if we don't get there, you get within 50 points on a 1,000-point run. I think that works. I think, listen, hand grenades and horseshoes, but in this case, I think that works.
Well, if Chuck says it works, Buck, I'm taking credit. One thing that I said I'd really get a thrill out of, I told people when silver was like 60, I thought it might make it to 75. It's at 70 right now. It's got resistance at 72 and a half and 75. That's a zone that it's got resistance at. I think it'd be cool for it to go up another $5 before the end of the year. We'll see if that happens. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we're only $2 away from the first resistance point. That'd make my year.
What stock was that, Tom?
Silver futures. I said
Oh,
silver
silver
futures
Okay.
was going to 75 this year, and it's at $70.25. Been up to 70.70, and makes it pretty good. You can trade futures throughout the 24-hour market. I don't do that, Peg. I tend to get busy, and to trade futures, you got to really pay focus. So I'll do trades at night with a little bit longer time frame. Sometimes I'll do the micro during the day if it's a reference bar or something like that. But silver is more of it's a big contract, so you got to handle it with kid gloves, is what I'm saying. Okay, and that's just something that's out there. All right, let's go to a live market, Jonathan.
Hey, Joseph, I got you down, by the way. I got you down. Here's silver futures, Tom, and I think 70 is pretty darn good.
Yeah,
Getting up to 75 would just be icing on the cake.
Hey, Jonathan, I'm sort of happy about the 70, but man, 72.5 or 75 would just make my day. Obviously I'm long, and I've got positions on, and every time I look up there, my equity grows, and that's what they told us in the textbook. If you got on the right side of the market, you might get paid. Seems to work.
Yeah, seems to work.
All right, look, what I want to do is if that's the mini. Oh no, that's silver. How high did it go today, John? Will you set an alert there and let me know?
Today's high is $70.80.
Whoa, 70.80. Yeah, if it gets there either today or tomorrow, we got a good run to 72, I think. That's silver. I want to look at NVIDIA. We called that out as something blasting up. It's at 87.5. NVIDIA's going to run into resistance. It's going to run into a little resistance up here. I think if it got above 192.55, then it might run to that 200 area. So we're in a pretty good position, I think, with everything that we got. I asked Jonathan this morning. I didn't want to carry a lot of positions over this time period. I'd rather trade like we're doing. And he said we had one open position. Jonathan, what was that in? That was in XLU, right? A put position that we sold.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're a little light right now, which is the way I like to be this time of year, because these trends are pretty good. And I'm going to teach you something Friday that will really help you when you're trying to figure out what to do and how to do it. But you're starting to see, it looks like people are doing what I did today. They're taking little slices of different stocks they want to own. But there was a lot of selling out of these stocks, the key stocks, all through this morning. If you look at the S&P, you got the S&P in there right now. Yeah, look at that. You see that reference bar for the SPY? Came down, and eventually broke above it. Now we're putting on the dog. And if you look at the QQQ, look at the QQQ. Look what it did. It was really weak, and then eventually it's taken off. It takes out, what's that reference bar over here to the left, that RB3 from yesterday, Jonathan?
621.65. 621.65.
621.65?
Yeah.
Yeah, about $1 away from that, okay? So we got to take that out. We take that out, I think we got a good chance to have this is a market, and this is what I was talking to you. Once it gets going in a direction like this, it's hard to turn it around. It's like a battleship, okay? And I got NVIDIA's high at 188.05, so you got to get higher than that. Now, Jonathan, bring Genesis up, if you will. Bring the Genesis up. Let me give you a few symbols to put in there on teaching something.
Tables, about 6, 7 choices down is Genesis. This is training trade for December 23rd. You don't have to name it that long of a name, but let's right click on the feature and add symbols. What you
First
got?
symbol I want you to add is TLT.
TLT.
Then I would like you to put the bond futures beside it.
Righty.
The next symbol I want you to add is SPX, and I want you to put E-mini beside it.
Okay.
And then I want you to add the NASDAQ futures and put QQQ beside it. Okay. Let me teach you something here. Okay. Oh, might as well do silver since we're on here. Put it silver futures and SLB. This is a great feature inside the roadmap, and I'm going to show you how it will help make you money. Y'all want to learn real quick? Okay, let's start out with TLT. TLT's last trade was 87.45. Okay. 87.45. Okay. And the high is 87.81, 87.03. What I do if I'm trading TLT, I'll set an alert at 87.81 and a low at 87.03. But here, let's go down to the bonds, put the bonds up there now. Then I look at bonds and bond futures because it's going to go first, but above 115.20 or below 114.24. You want those in sync with each other, okay? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Jonathan, explain it to in your words where make sure that point gets across.
Yeah, I think you explained it very clear. Just restate it. We want bonds above the green boxes over here, the HH, the highest highs. We want bonds above 115.20. And because TLT is obviously bonds, we want that to be above its number 2, which is 87.81. And you want them both to be playing together in sync. It's always a better market to trade when it's in sync.
That's what I look for, folks, when I'm trying to, if I got a future to directly compare it to, that's what I look for. Let's go to the next two I gave you.
And you'll see with these next two that the LSO, which stands for long, short, or out, it'll say long, short, or out, depending on the factors.
So the SPX and ESP, they're both bullish. See that? Now, how could you make money with that strategy? You can get long to SPX, get long to futures, and they're in sync. The S&P is strong today, going higher. And if you look at the high reference bar, that's 68, what is it, John? 68.90?
Yep.
Okay, so that's that, and we're what, trading 68.94?
Yep.
And the high SPX is 68.42.
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody see how that works? Okay, let's go to the next one. Now the QQQ and NASDAQ are related. So what I want to be higher, 620.49. We're at 620.50 right now. And on the NASDAQ, where do I want to be higher? 257.40. See how these are setting up to go higher? If they go higher in those numbers. And this is the beautiful thing about this feature. I use it. In fact, this and the ETR line and the compass chart, I have up on the computer. I'm watching it all day long for these triggers. Does this help you me dissecting the Genesis algo or Genesis right inside the roadmap? Does this help you doing this where you can see what I'm talking about, how valuable it is? Now, we talked about NVIDIA, so let's add NVIDIA to our thing and look at it, see what it says. Oh, it had SLV too. Okay, SLV has got to get above 63.70. That's where it is. And silver futures has got to get above 70.31. Now, once that SLV goes green, you got it in sync. It's ready to rock. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be turning green any moment here.
Yeah. And then now let's look at NVIDIA. You see why it's rocking? 84. You could have got long NVIDIA, say at 185, you're up $2.80 off this one feature. Does anybody here not have the roadmap? John, if you're giving a link for that special on the roadmap in case they want to get it. I can't believe they don't have it, but we've let them buy it 50% of the normal cost. Put that in the chat room. The link for the roadmap. All right, Jonathan, we're going to do live trading this afternoon, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do that. And I wanted to show this to you today, talk about January, talk about this. Let's have a great day.
Hey, folks, Tom mentioned though, don't use that first link. You can get a roadmap for the special, reopen it. We had closed it down, but on Tom's words here, feeling generous on the holiday season. Half the price on roadmap. Use the link dtitrader.com/special1 instead of /roadmap. So /special1 there. Get roadmap at half off.
Again, if you want to talk to Kelly about it, you can put your name and email in there, Jonathan. Let her know that's what you're interested in. Don't go in 2026 without it. It's going to cost you a lot more money, number one, and number two, you're going to trade terribly. That's just the way it is, right, Jonathan?
Trade better with the roadmap. We firmly believe in that. Yeah, we will be live this afternoon for live trading with T-Buzz. And in the meantime, Tom, I got a video from Adam I can play on the interactive homestay course.
Why don't you play it? All right, I'm going to go look for a trade, maybe, for live trading.
Thank you.